New wallpaper.
New wallpaper, that's about it. New wallpaper, some weird functionality if you want to take an iPad and use it as a second screen. But otherwise, not too many changes. Okay, let's take a look. And hey, Alvin, welcome in. How you doing, Alvin? Okay, Alvin. Dominic would like to help you with some of your revenue management beat. How's that sound? That sounds awesome. Alvin thinks it's awesome. Alvin's coming in this Saturday too. Am I correct? Yay! Alvin's going to be in this Saturday. We're going to go back to UGM this weekend. There's another. Well, we'll be coming in tomorrow actually, Gani. Yeah, to Jogja. So it'll be me and Wayana. We're going to negotiate to buy the base in Jogja. So yeah, but yeah, we'll see if that works. I mean, up until that point, anything can happen. All right, so let's take a look at Revenue Management Guild. Let's see, what is something that we're working on today? Let's come back to what were we working on yesterday? There was a thing that we wanted to work on yesterday.
Yesterday we talked about Villa Cahaya.
Village Chahaya. Okay, let's go take a look at Village Chahaya now and see if Village Chahaya is doing any better. So let's take a look. Let's see if we had impact. So first place we should go. Gani, what should we do over here?
On choose the property name Villa Cahaya
Okay.
and take a look at the booking base.
Okay, looks like no bookings have happened. Okay, all right.
Okay, sir.
On Toki, okay. On Toki, we would still see no bookings, right? It would just be either. Yeah.
Just one base.
Yeah, it's just been one day. Okay, all right. What else did we take a look at yesterday? Anyhow, Dominic, can I get some help?
Yes.
Would you be able to open the Squad 1 CRM
Yep.
and then share from your side? How many. Oh my god, my ears split off.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's go to Dominic. Can you share your screen and let's take a look at how many properties we have on the Squad 1 CRM, yeah? Oh, also, Gani, I wanted to shout out to Chandra and Dista for helping us out, arranging the squad. They helped orchestrate a bunch of Dominic and change the calendar,
Oh, okay.
right? And that will allow essential you to see what's going on a calendar basis. Okay, all right. So once it's been calendar, for some reason I can't see anything now. That's strange. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, all right. Let me share my screen now, Dominic. Go ahead and click on calendar. Does it? It doesn't really show the correct order. It should show like this.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go. Okay. So Dominic will take a look, and we'll take a look at what we probably should do. Oh, heads up, Alvin. I'm going to request to unlist La Caban, mainly because they've issued new rates for 2020. And I think on La Caban, we've only lost money on that thing altogether. So I don't want to lose any more money on it, so we'll just unlist it. Otherwise, we're going to undersell and lose more on incorrectly priced categories. So I put in already a content request to stop on that one. Let's go ahead and take a look and let's see. Dominic, from the looks of it, which properties are the most urgent? Which ones should we actually fix? And
BSL?
okay, BSL. No, there's ones that are a little bit more urgent than that. Which one is the most urgent? Looking on the calendar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Malindo?
Nope, not Malindo.
Unas?
Nope,
Oh, Jeput.
nope,
Really?
nope. Yeah. Let's go to Alvin. Alvin, which was the most urgent one that we need? What happened to Ruma Pratama? Okay, wait, Alvin, is are we not working with them anymore? Or is there a reason why they're xed out?
No, I think just click it down, so that's why it's gonna get crossed out. It's still
Oh,
working with Mamadana.
okay, okay, that's strange. All right,
So
let's.
if you click them down, the check is done. Basically, on calendar is gonna get stuck to.
Oh, I see. Click on the checklist, yeah?
Yeah. So you need to uncheck the due dates.
Uncheck the due
The due
date.
dates. Sorry.
Oh, here, yeah?
On the top. Yeah.
Okay. All right, done.
So I'm gonna predicate without
Okay.
striking.
Ah, it's still a strike through, though.
It still gets checked. Sorry. See. Click again.
Click
The
again.
due dates. The what's called the checklist.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. And try to double check it again on the
Okay.
calendar. Supposedly, the shot is there.
Okay. I probably just have an unloaded calendar right now.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So-
need to refresh it again.
I'll refresh. Okay. So let's go to Gunny. Gunny, which one is the most urgent property we need to take a look at right now?
Sandara, Villa Asmara.
Yes. You see those ones up at the very top? These are the ones that essentially have been ignored for Shankara and Villa Asmara. So those are really overdue right now, and those would be the first ones that we begin with. Okay, Dominic, bring us through this. Go ahead and open Shankara, and let's take a look at Shankara. Yeah, I believe we don't really have a revenue management relationship with Shankara. Shankara is right up here at the top.
Oh, just click
Yeah.
this one,
Yeah, just open that card, and let's take a look.
So, yeah, like
Okay. All right. So we have Shankara. Let's go ahead and open that up. And then what's the next thing we should do, Dominic, to check the health of Shankara?
nothing.
Nothing. Okay. All right. We check BV stats. So, oh wow. Oh my God. We're sharing two screens at the same time. I don't know how. Are you guys able to catch all this amazingness? Okay. So we'll do a double share. Let's take a look at Shankara and see how it's doing. So I've selected Shankara on the BV stats, and oh my God, it's taking so long to load. Ah, what do we see, Dominic? What do you think about Shankara?
What?
Okay, it looks actually
Oh no, it's not.
okay. Why is it not good?
It's only one booking.
It's
That's
only-
like a lot of rooms. Actually.
Right. So how many rooms are at Shankara?
Shankara 5.
5. All right. So let's go back a week from today. A week from today is the 16th, right?
Yeah.
So if we count a week from today to today, how many bookings have we had?
Like only 5.
And how many should we have?
7. And
Yeah.
6, like 3 per room, right?
Right. So we have 5 rooms. So what would be 15? So instead of getting 15, we've only gotten 5. So what would you expect to see if we looked at the occupancy and at the calendar?
Sorry?
What would you expect to see if we looked at the calendar?
It should be not really full.
Okay, it should be probably pretty empty, right?
Yeah.
But this one, once again, is stuck not because of revenue management, but mainly because of community management. It is really difficult to negotiate with an owner who doesn't understand a principle of weekly sales or monthly revenue and insists upon having empty rooms despite having unsold inventory. So in this particular case, the biggest friction is the understanding of the owner, and we've tried multiple times to get a better owner understanding with no luck, right, Alvin?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to reach a decision. In these particular cases, which can happen from time to time, what is our best course of action?
Contact the owner.
Yep, you can contact the owner. What should we tell the owner?
Telling them the truth that actually it's not really worth their properties.
Ah, okay, all right, great. And so, how can we tell them?
Showing them the weekly
Sales, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I guess we can try that out. Let me go over and pull my WhatsApp over, and let's see if I can find the owner of Shankara here, right? So, let's go Shankara. Okay, Shankara. I don't even know who the owner is, actually.
Karyana.
Karyana, yeah? Karyana. Let's see if Carolina? Karyana? No?
I don't think you saved the number then.
I don't think I have the number either. Okay, Karyana. Maybe I have it here. Karyana?
With Y.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go try Karyana. Karyana, owner of Shankara. Okay, let's go ahead and just open up the subject. Here, let me do it on the phone. Let's see what happens. Now, part of revenue management is not being shy. So please don't be shy about letting a partner know what they are experiencing. So I wanted to demonstrate this today so that you guys can feel more confident. Yeah. All right. You ready? Live phone call. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what Mr. Kariana says. Oh wait. Let me put him on speaker so that everyone can hear.
Tapi nggak dikirim screenshotnya kalender dulu ya?
Oh, great idea. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gani. What should we do before?
Just set the calendar first and yeah.
Okay.
Then
Let's go and show him that first, right?
Yeah, I already shared my
Okay.
The data first.
All right. Let's show him this. Let's show him the last 3 quarters, and let's take a look. So the last 3 quarters, this is what his revenue looked like. All right. His revenue is looking down. His booking pace is looking down. Let's take a look and send him this, because this would be interesting, right? Show him the monthly revenue. Okay. And then let's go over here to Toki. And what I'm hoping to show him is that he's got a lot of empty space. Okay? Shankara. Ah, wait, hold on a second. He doesn't have a lot of empty space.
That's he also sold it by himself.
Okay, so he's selling these actually for long-term guests, it seems, right? Here's Matt. Oh my God, Matt stayed like, wow, super long time, yeah? Okay, let's see. All right, let's take a look at this. Does Mr. Shankara here need to have an update, or does he need to change any prices at the moment? Let's go to Alvin. What do you think?
It's pretty interesting because actually I also monitored it a few days ago for the Sakara. Most of it actually from Booking.com that we got.
Okay, and we control the Booking.com for Shankara. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we're getting some bookings on Booking.com, which is positive. Let's see. And Booking.com, we have never really changed the prices. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's pretty much fixed.
Okay.
Even for the Airbnb stuff, we already tried to talk with him. He pretty much asked for a fixed price.
Okay. All right. Got it. So we're coming into November right now, and so this is what I'd like to show him. I'd like to show him that essentially his revenue is going to take a big drop from $3,000 a month to $340 a month. All right. And let's see if Mr. Karia, what's his name? Kayana will reconsider. Okay. And let's show him also that his calendars are fairly empty after this month, which is something that he's probably not used to since he's been getting long-term guests for the past month. Okay, so hopefully that snaps him out of it, and that will be a good discussion. So I'm going to screenshot these 2 things, and I'm going to send this over to Mr. Karyana. And this is our first conversation. This is like a prank call, yeah? Okay, so before I send out, I just want to double check, send it over, and ba-dum. Okay, on the phone.
Maybe just try to refresh the partnership that should be exclusive to us.
Oh, okay, all right. That might be a big discussion, just off the bat, right? But there's another thing I can refresh. I need to understand why I'm going to do this right now, and what good is this discussion if he says yes, I would like to lower the price. What's his next question going to be? Well, what's the price, right?
Yeah.
So we should probably have a suggestion price, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we have a suggestion price, let's take a look and see what that would be. So currently Shankara is being sold at, let's see, 610. Really? That's crazy. Okay, all right. 610 looks like it's going to get $300 next month. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the table shows. The table will show.
Battery, 20%. Aux audio.
Okay, So there is no price. There's only one Chinese New Year price, and the rest of the price is at 610. All right. So before I go up to him, I should probably think of a number, right? A number that he might be willing to say yes to. So I'm gonna come up with a number of, let's say, 450. Yeah, for now. And then if he says no, then we'll try at 500. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's see what Mr. Shankara is going to say. So. Phone is ringing. Okay, that's pretty normal. No worries about that. So sometimes you call people and they don't pick up. So all we can do is just say this. Hello, Pak Karya. Karyana. Saya Jing dari Bukit Vista. Saya lihat ada waktu boleh kami berbicara nanti ya. Okay. All right. So we'll just leave a message, and hopefully Pakaria will get some free time, and we will be able to attend to him then. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Oh yeah. Hey Gani, tell Chandra thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chandra from Jing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay, they did a big data migration today. All right, so Shankara is like that, and ideally, if we can get the price down to 450, then we should be able to push this November revenue up to a figure that's a little bit more acceptable. Currently, it's pretty terrible. It's at $340, adding to the overall revenue of Shankara. So kind of strange, a little bit self-regulating. Let's go over to the next object that we can take a look at. So. Let's take a look and see what is the next thing that is on the urgent list. So for Shankara, we're going to have to decide when we want to come back to this particular property again. What, Gani, would be a good date to return back to Shankara?
Can you show on the calendar?
I've clicked on it, but I'm just waiting for it to display. So it's just taking a very long time. I don't like this new screen recording feature. It sucks. Okay, or maybe Dominic can, yeah, Dominic will assist. And sorry for the double screen share thing. All right, so question goes over to Gani then. Gani, when should we move the next update on Shankara?
I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow.
Yes,
We can
that's a
check
great
again.
answer. Let's go to Dominic. Why is tomorrow a great time to follow up?
Because we never set the price and the date is already, the runway is already short.
Yes. And we already just contacted the owner,
Yeah.
right? And so what is the point of contacting the owner, waiting a week, and then getting back to him? That would be really pointless. That would destroy all the effort that we just went through. So as soon as possible, let's come back tomorrow. So let's say, Dominic, would we be able to move that card, Shankara, to the 24th? And then we can take another look at that. Hey, Josh, welcome in. How you feeling, sir?
Hey, doing great.
Is that your house?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's what the fuck? Wow, you have a huge. Is that an iMac? Okay, great. Is that a TV or an iMac behind you on the wall?
That's a TV.
Oh, okay, cool. And you have a coat of arms too, as well. Okay, so Dominic has already moved the card over. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next object. Yeah. So next object will be. Let's look at Rumah Pertama. Rumah Pertama. Let's go to Alvin. Alvin, where should we begin?
Check the booking place.
All right. First off, Alvin, just make a prediction. Do you think Rumah Pertama is doing good or bad, or what is the current status there?
Bit so.
So-so. Okay. What does so-so mean? Give me a number of so-so.
Actually, we kind of hope that rumah utama can get increased, but right now we kind of stuck on pretty low price, even for a low season itself.
Okay, so overall revenue performance. Wow, my God! Holy shit! Look at that.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. All right. Let me see if you guys are aware of this. Do you guys know about on the insight board?
Nope.
Okay, let's go and take a look at insights. What kind of insights would help me understand Rumah Pertama's performance relative to other properties? To Dominic.
The rooms sold based on the value.
No. Okay. I need to understand Rumah Pertama's performance relative to other properties. Let's go to Gunny. Gunny, what's the best way to determine that?
Listing performance.
No, listing performance just tells me how that particular listing is doing. How would I compare Rumah Pertama to other villas in the area?
In the area. Not sure. Sir.
Okay, to Alvin. Alvin, what's the best way to compare Rumah Pertama's performance relative to other properties in the area?
I only use the old Bukit Vista, but if I'm not wrong, we can see based on the price distribution.
No, that's just price. Performance
Oh, they have that.
is the overall performance. Partner leaderboard, guys. Partner leaderboard.
Okay.
Okay? So when you want to go to an owner, you want to tell them how they're doing. Generally, the only thing they really care about is how am I doing based on my neighbor, right? If I'm doing better than my neighbor, then I'm awesome. If I'm doing worse than my neighbor, I'm terrible. So the most close comparison people want to see is how they're doing relative to their neighbor. So what you can do then as a revenue manager is you can go over here and you can select the area. So Rumah Pertama is in which area? Ungasan. All right, let's zoom down to Ungasan and let's see how it's doing. So in general, Rumah Pertama is doing in which position relative to other properties? It's between the second and the third, and the way we can tell that is if you want to structure this. You see this little sort of descending graph here? Okay, so if you plug that in, that will sort out from the biggest to the lowest, right? For August. Okay, so then we see in August that Villa de Kutu was the most at 16,000. Rumah Pertama was the second one at around 4,000, right? And then in September, if you want to sort it out according to there, once again, you can see that it's Villa Kyle. Villa Kyle actually beat Rumah Pertama on the total revenue. And then for the current month of October, you can sort it out and you can take a look at that, right? And you can see Rumah Pertama is number 2, the second most next to Dekutu. Well, actually, that's not so bad. Dekutu is about 5 times as big as Rumah Pertama, so it's doing almost half the revenue with 5 times less space. So that doesn't look too terrible in terms of overall performance. Okay, if you want to even broaden it a little bit bigger and make it just look at squad 1, you can do this, and then you can line everything up according to biggest to smallest, right? It's going to line everything up sort of big to small and according to each region, unfortunately. But if you take a look at Rumah Pertama, it's doing about 3.4. So not nearly as good as these big ones, as Chantik, as Lot 6, as Nusa Dua. Actually, it's about mid-range, I'd say. But for Ungasan, it's doing fairly well. Great news, though. What does that tell you about Ungasan as a market? Is it a good market or is it not such a good market? To Alvin.
The location is pretty close to Jimba, so I can suggest a really good market.
Okay. Alvin thinks it's a good market. But relative to our other markets, how is Ungasan? Gani, what do you think?
Still can't get it, sir.
Okay,
But,
so if we're looking at, let's say we're looking at Ungasan, right? We're looking at this stack of revenue, and we compare it to let's say Bingit, right? Or we compare it there on the median, and it's doing about 2,000. Okay. Oh, Josh, yes, go ahead, Josh.
I think it's not doing so good compared to the other areas because basically this is looking for location number one because Ungasan is not so close to the beach, not as Bingin and the other areas.
Good point. Okay, Josh made that point of it's not so close to the beach, and there's other areas that seem to do better. All right, the easiest way to tell is just to look at your median point. So the median is the middle number. So let's go, okay, roughly speaking, this is about at the median of Bingin. So median value of a property in Bingin is about $3,500 a month. Then you take a look at Jimbaran, and you can see the median is about here, and that's like Villa Arindra. So the median at Villa Arindra is about 1.9. The median in Ungasan is about 2.8, and the median in Nusa Dua is about 7,000, and the median here in Balangan is between 3 and 2,000, so about 2,500. So relatively speaking, Ungasan is not the worst, but it's also not nearly as good as, let's say, something in Bingin is, right? So in terms of rating each category, we can just look at the median value and get an idea of how that performance is doing. Yeah. Okay. Any comments or feedback on evaluating the neighborhood and evaluating the performance of a property? None? Okay, great. So now we see how Rumah Pertama is doing. Let's go ahead and take a look at its data stats. So if we're going to take a look at the data stats, where should we begin? Dominic.
For rumah pertama ada revenue.
Okay, so let's take a look at the revenue and see how it's doing. Revenue is okay. It seems to be fluctuating between 2.7 and 3,000. Christmas is already sold a lot already. Well, that's kind of to be expected, I guess, because Rumah Pertama generally gets the peak season bookings really early. But this time we were smart. We didn't sell peak season for cheap, right? So hopefully we caught some good bookings there. November is even doing pretty well. It's at 2.1. So that part is doing good. It's already doing better than Shankara. And it's far further from the beach. So once you just do two properties, you can see which property is doing well and which isn't. Shankara is 5 times, it's much bigger, right? It's essentially almost 5 bedrooms, bigger piece of land closer to the beach, but it's doing worse. It's doing worse than something that is not close to the beach. All right, let's see. The last booking was on October 20th. It was for Christmas. Fantastic. From Tanjung Priok in Jakarta. So we got some people from Jakarta coming over the Christmas holidays. Okay, let's go take a look at, what should we take a look at next, Dominic?
Calendar.
Let's take a look at the calendar. Okay, calendar. So, calendar is Pertama. Okay. So, looks like slow to load, of course. That's kind of to be expected right now. Not sure why it's slower to load when I don't know what's going on. When I'm recording.
Yeah,
Maybe.
sure,
Yeah? Okay. Okay, whew, alright. Got out of that funkadelic. Wow, look at this. This is fantastic. This is just beautiful. Venan made our month. Venan made almost like a 14-day booking, yeah, here between October and November 9th. So that looks pretty good. Let's try to see how much more space we have. Rumah Pertama. Okay, we really only have this gap night here from the 25th to the 28th. Let's go to suggestions. Suggestions from Gunny. What should we do?
First, we should check the gems, the value of the booking,
Okay.
how much.
Okay, let's see. James' value is 8.2 million, 8.3 million for 4 nights.
How about the free name?
Venan is paying, let's see what Venan's paying for. Venan's paying for, 12 nights. 12 nights at 18 million. 18 million. Well, let's just go 18 divided by 12. So 1.5 million for 12 nights, yeah? Okay. All right, so what can we price 25th to 28? Or what should we do next? Dominic? Okay.
Maybe from my side, we can take the media between 1.5 and
Okay,
2.
right. So Gani is going to split the difference. 2 plus 1.5 is 3.5. 3.5 divided by 2 is It's like 1.75, yeah? Okay, all right. So 1.75. All right, fantastic. Where should we go?
The rate.
Okay. Josh, what do you think of that? Do you agree with Gani or do you disagree with Gani?
I agree with Johnny.
Okay, let's agree together then. All right. I agree with Gani too. I think it's a pretty fair bet. And plus, right now, we are looking at essentially 3 empty nights for October. So let's go ahead and take a look at that gap. So that's pretty much the rest of October. I can just set this to be 1.75 now because all the rest of October has already been sold. So that will get me to the rest of the month. All right. So let's go ahead and save that. And done. Should I have an extra person fee? Let's go to Alvin. Alvin, should we have extra person fees?
Actually, yeah.
Yes, we should. Why is that?
So we can get closer to the small group. We can try to have a small group.
Okay, great. So I'm just going to put in a extra person fee. I believe that the group size is going to be pretty small, around 4. So we'll put it there, and we will check this. Whoops! I made an assumption. What assumption did I make, Dominic?
The small groups.
Right. So I made a group of 4 without really checking. So what should I do instead? If I want to be precise and I want to really know, what should I do instead of making an assumption about that I'm going to get a group of 4?
See the number of person based on the reservation we have.
Ah, okay, great, great. Dominic had a really good insight. We can take a look at previous reservations and see how many people came, right? So here's James. James is coming with 7. And here is Vinen. He's coming with 6, right? So, okay, we're giving a low price for groups of 4, but I think, yeah, if somebody shows up with a bit more people, we can ask for a little bit more too. But we also have to remember that Vinen booked at 1.5 with 6 people, right? And so did James, booked with 7 people at 2. So we're not offering the same value anymore if we are pricing at 1.75, are we? Because if someone shows up with 7, they're not going to pay 1.75. They're going to pay 1.9, and so on and so forth. No, they're going to pay more. They're going to pay almost 2 million, right? Because there's going to be 3 extra people. So okay, we gotta really think about this then, right? We gotta really think about what is the limit we call for extra persons. Can it be 4?
Probably 5, sir.
Okay, 5. Dominic thinks 5.
The
Let's-
median, right?
Okay.
From Mark and Free.
Ah, okay, that's interesting. Between 5, no, the median is 7 on one and 6 on the other, so that's 13. It's a little bit more than 6 then, yeah? 13 divided by 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
6.5, yeah.
About 6.5. So 6.5 should be, okay, all right, there. Dominic says 6. Let's go to Alvin. Alvin, what do you think about that?
The group distribution on the area.
Yes, sir.
Double check it further. But yeah, for Jimbaran and Unggasan area, because this shows we have some of the large with the 2 bedrooms.
Okay, all right.
That's the assumption.
Yep.
We can double check it.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that. That is a great tool to use. Let's. This is something new. We haven't had this before. Ooh, what is that? What is that? Josh is looking confused, and that's fine because there's nothing to really to understand yet. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at our data. We're talking about a villa, right? And we're talking about an area on squad 1. Okay. And we're talking about some dates in October, right? So we're going to take a look at, let's see. Sorry, I forgot what dates we're adjusting. Does anybody remember? October 25th to 28th, right? So we don't need to look at the next 2 months. We just need to look at the next 2 weeks. Okay, that will simplify the data a little bit. And okay, here we go. On October 25th, we have 3 bookings of group size 2, and we have 1 booking of group size 4. Okay, so we don't have too many large. In fact, we don't have too many bookings. In fact, for villas in squad 1. Okay, but October 26th, the next day, looks pretty interesting. There's 1 booking of group size 1, 4 bookings of group size 2. There's 4 bookings of group size 4. There's 1 booking of group size 5, 1 booking of group size 6, and 2 bookings of group size 7. Okay, and then you can see on October 28th, there's some bookings that are a little bit larger, right? So these are effectively the dates that we're looking at. In effect, the way I would look at this is I'm trying to estimate, is my group going to be big or small? And what is essentially the cutoff point here? So based on this information, I would say on October 25th, it looks most likely that I'm going to get a group of 2. In fact, that's the only data that I have. I only have I only have that. And I have only one booking a group of 4. So my chances of starting the baseline rate, I think, should be on probably groups of 2, but I can't really sell an entire villa to a group of 2. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm just really looking at this. I'm really looking at the chances of selling to a group of 4, which is okay starting from the 26th, but it's pretty bad on the 25th, right? Okay, all right, Alvin, back to you. What does that then mean for our pricing here?
If you try to look it based on, we can only see from the 25th. We can also consider the next one. For the median itself, it's still, for me, 40 plus this one.
Okay, so we probably should sell around 4, and that's probably our best bet, right? And if we do get a bigger group, then I guess they're going to have to pay more. But Alvin, here's a question. If a bigger group comes in, they're going to be end up paying more per night than the people who book in advance for a gap night. Does that still make sense?
We can lower the additional guest fee, right?
Ah, right. We can probably lower the additional guest fee. Interesting. Thank you, Dominic, right? That would then allow for a little bit more control over how we want to attract bigger groups. What do you think, Alvin?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Dominic, that was a very interesting suggestion. Josh, what do you think of Dominic's suggestion?
Yeah, I do agree with Dominic's suggestion.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so we have a plan. So what we do now is we screenshot that, and then we screenshot, of course, our opportunity here, or the revenue risk thing here, and we'll just need to record that and show Justin, and that should be that. Okay, fantastic. Dominic, what's the next property that we should take a look at now?
Yesterday, I believe we have a look at Sifa, right?
At Shiva, right? We changed some prices on Shiva.
Yeah.
What should we do about it now?
Have a look.
All right, let's have a look. Okay, Rumah Pertama. I can't even find it. Where is the card? Oh, here it is. Okay, Dominic, I'm gonna need you to share your screen because my screen is sort of locked and blocked. Locked and blocked. All right, Villa Shiva. So what are we expecting to see on Villa Shiva now, Dominic?
We got some.
Villa Shiva. ¿Dónde está Shiva? I don't know why I'm unable to use the... finally. I think it's turned over. It's taking a while. Okay, Villa Shiva got a booking yesterday.
No, it's
2 days ago. 2 days ago. Okay, so we didn't change the price, right? Okay, so there's no effect then. Okay, all right. So Villa Shiva's still staying there. Rumah Pertama. Let's go back to Rumah Pertama for just a moment. When should I check back on Rumah Pertama? To Dominic.
2 days from now.
2 days from now. Okay. So that will be on the 25th, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, let's take a look. Now, this is an interesting case. Bing and Luna. Woo! My God. All right, who's had enough of Bing and Luna? All right, so Bing and Luna is, okay. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, I know. Okay, Bing and Luna is under some duress right now. Has the listing been unpaused to Alvin on Bing and Luna?
The listing is already unpaused since the last time.
Okay,
So it's still selling until now.
it's still selling despite the bed bugs, yeah?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
so-
we got inquiries for 2020 actually.
Oh, really? That's good. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Then, where should we begin, Dominic?
Check the booking window.
Okay. Check the booking window. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do just for fun? I'm just gonna do this group size distribution for fun. Yeah. At Villa Bing and Luna. Since I'm already on this group distribution, let's go take a look at what the group distribution looks like. So, aha! One group of 5, one group of 7, one group of 4. That's really cute, isn't it? All right, we can see kind of like what the. Well, let's go back. Let's go back to the last 3 months, yeah, and see what the group sizes were at Rumah Pertama. So we get, ooh, interesting. Josh, why is this interesting? Okay, how many bookings did we get that were 8 in the past 2 months, in the last 3 months?
4. Yeah, 5.
5, okay.
5.
How many bookings did we get for groups of 7?
2.
Okay, and how many for groups of 6?
4.
Gunny, do you agree? 3, yes, 3. How many for groups of 5?
5.
Okay, and then how many for groups of 4?
2.
3.
And how many for groups of 3?
1.
Just 1.
Okay, so what group size is the most popular for Bing and Luna?
6.
Oh,
6L.
no.
I think it's a group of 5.
Group of 5, right. Group of 5 has been the most popular size. Interesting, yeah? Now you know something. Now you know that groups of 5 are the people who book Bing and Luna the most. And it's a kind of a distribution. There's only a few people who come with groups of... no, actually it's uneven distribution. There's quite a lot that come with max size of 8, but there's not a lot that come for group sizes of 3. So what does that tell us, ladies and gentlemen? What does that tell us? What does that tell us? How can we take action based on that knowledge? Dun 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 dun!
You can set the minimum guess.
Yes.
for the
That
next
tells
price.
us the minimum guests that are likely to book, right? So when we set a minimum guest level here on our prices on Toki, we start with what number should we start with? Like if this was Bing and Luna and we wanted to set, I know this is Rumah Pertama, so please don't be confused. But if we want to set the minimum guest count, what number can we set it at?
4.
4. Yeah, 4 is a really good number because 4 is where you start actually getting business, right? You only get very few people who book for groups of 3. So 4 is where it really begins. 4 is where the market begins. Yeah? Okay, fantastic. Very good. So we're not talking about Bing and Luna anymore. Sorry for that. I just like to go sometimes to, because it's kind of fun, right? Okay, so I know who thought data could be so fun. Since I'm distracted, Dominic will tell me what villa I'm going to look at right now. What villa do we want to look at instead of Bing and Luna?
Shiva, right?
Shiva. No, wait. What?
It's already.
Alvin, was it Shiva?
Yes, we discussed it, then we discussed with Luna.
Okay. But we said we would go back to take a look at another property. Wait. Bing and Luna. Ah!
Rumah pertama before.
I'm lost. Okay, sorry. I'm having a brain fart moment. Bing and Luna. Okay, Bing and Luna is fine. Okay. So Bing and Luna. Yes, Bing and Luna. Sorry. Let's go take a look at Bing and Luna to see what the effect on booking pace. I don't know what to make of that. Alvin, what do you make of that?
Only one booking for the entire month.
Yeah, all the bookings that happened for October were made before October, right? That's why we don't see any orange right now. And we've only had one booking in 30 days.
Yeah, it's also not for October.
So this shows you, I think, what deceleration means. I think this is an important point, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the beginning of failure looks like. Okay? So Bing and Luna was doing really well, and that's why the revenue graphs are all stacked up and very full looking, right? But what we can see is everything has stopped. There are no weekly sales anymore for in-month. There are no weekly sales for anything, actually. There have been no weekly sales for the past four weeks. This has been the only weekly sale in the past 4 weeks, and this has been the only booking pace in the last 30 days. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the beginning of, I guess, I don't know what to even make of this. Alvin, what do you make of this? How would you interpret this data?
First of all, okay, since the last month we actually doesn't sell anything from Luna. We sell only once,
Mhm.
but we can also take consideration, try to check the availability, so we can see actually which months that we can use as a chance to sell it again.
Okay, let's go
This
ahead.
evaluation for us.
Done, sir. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Bing and Luna. All right, fantastic. Oh, wow. There's still guests at Bing. They're checking in today. Okay, all right.
Thinking about that.
Yeah, fantastic. That must be really interesting. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, what is the opportunity here? Let's go to Gunny. Gunny, what should we try to sell right now at Bing and Luna?
27 to 30 October.
Okay, what kind of price should we sell that for? What's okay? Gunny used a pretty interesting tactic before, right? He looked at the booking
Yeah.
before and he looked at the booking after, and then he took the
Yes.
median of that. That's actually a pretty novel technique. Let's take a look at that. So this is Zoe. Zoe paid 997. Okay, so what should we price this middle gap for?
200.
Maybe 200, right? But it's been hit with so many bad reviews, and it's not even selling at 177. So what should we set this rate to be?
150.
150. Okay, 150 sounds about right, gentlemen. So also take into account that this villa has been hit multiple times with pauses and other type actually it's October gaps. Okay, and that's on default, and we are going to sell for 150, and we have a max of 8 guests, and additional guest fee of I don't know, after the 4th, yeah? Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and put that in, and hopefully we create a little bit more revenue for Mark over there, and let's then go ahead and copy that. Let's go to Gunny. Gunny, what's the next block of dates I should start thinking about selling?
Move the card to next week.
Okay, next week in terms of how far next week?
7 days from now.
Okay, so we got a gap, I think, from November 7th to 17th, yeah? Let's take a look and see what that's selling for. So we go to Esther. Esther, polyester. Polyester. I think we should have a secretary when we do revenue management. Hey, who wants to lead the next revenue management guild? Everybody at the same time. All right, fantastic. All right, let's take a look at Esther. Esther paid 1,239. 1,239. Ah, God, 39 divided by 250. So, what should we price this middle gap from the 5th to the 17th? Gunny?
Let's say 160.
All right, going for one. Dominic, what do you think?
210 because we still have long runway.
Okay, still has a long runway. All right, Alvin, what do you think?
150 or 60. We can even sell it on 170.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Then
we haven't been able to sell it for 170, so why should we be able to sell it for 200? And plus, it has some bad reviews right now too. Okay, so I agree. Let's go ahead and call these the November gap nights. And these are default rates. And we will sell these now to the 17th. Alvin, why would I start from the 5th and not the 7th or the 5th? Why did I start from the 1st and not the 5th?
We already got
because on the first it's
Yeah,
already sold.
already
Already
sold.
sold.
Right, but so why am I overlapping that with a new rate? Why am I covering dates that have already been sold?
In case
Toilet break. Nice, Josh. Why? Oh, yeah, Dominic, you're onto something. In case what?
In case the guest cancel the reservation.
In case there's a cancellation, right? In case there's a cancellation, because if there's a cancellation on an existing date, then the conditions of those dates should change, right? Why should the conditions of those change, Gunny? If I was able to sell it $200 before, right, but that gets canceled, then should I still be able to sell it for 200, or would I be looking at a lower rate?
Lower.
Should be lower rate.
Why would it be lower? Why would it be lower, Josh? Why would the rate be lower if existing booking canceled and then I'm looking to resell it? Okay, all right, let's go to Alvin. Alvin, why would a let's say if I needed to replace a cancellation, why would I expect the rate to be lower than the previously booked value?
Different on time of booking window. Basically, we got settled right away.
Yeah. So Josh, you basically have a different booking window now. So now you have much less time to sell the block of dates than before. And imagine you just lost a $3,000 booking, right? That was made 3 months ago. And tomorrow is when the booking starts. So looking out ahead, you have no dates sold. So you can try to price it the same, and you can accept the risk that somebody will book it at the same price. Or you could probably try to sell it at half and just get it sold rather than having the entire block of dates expire. So if a cancellation does happen last minute, then we are going to sell those block of dates cheaper than the original booked value. Make sense? Okay, great. So why I set November 1st instead of November 5th is just a insurance. In case November gets canceled, I still have the correct price then to resell the November rates. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and plug those in and push that out, and that becomes my new stuff. All right, great. So push, push, push. What? It doesn't push? All right. So I have an error on pushing. I'm unable to push. I can't push. I can't push.
I don't know about this one. I think.
Why can I not push, Alvin?
I think someone actually activated the multiple listing. So the listing on KW, Kuswayana is active again. That's what makes us can post it.
So I need to reconnect I need to disconnect KW and reconnect W, right?
GW. Sorry.
JW. Okay, right.
Yeah, the main one is on GW. I think we just need to unlist the KW.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. Who can be very nice and do a content request? Gunny, could you make a content request, Gunny, to unlist KW? Okay. Thank you, Gunny. Thank you for looking after that. That way we can push our rates. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. So that's Bing and Luna. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. We've already gone 10 minutes overtime, so that's revenue management for today. One last thing I want to just show you guys, which is a little preview of what I'd like to do next time. So this is on forecast, and I want to show you how we do a forecast roadmap, right? So let me ask Gunny. Gunny, do you think our forecasts today are going to be perfect?
I'm not checking the detail yet, sir.
Okay.
So
Okay, no worries. Let's go over to Alvin. Alvin, do you think that the forecast that we make today on certain properties, do you think those forecasts will be perfect?
No.
No. Okay. All right. And Josh, do you think that our forecasts for properties today, in terms of their future revenue, do you think those will be perfect?
No.
Okay. So that's great. That's exactly the answer. Forecasts are never perfect, right? What should be the goal of a forecast?
One, it's pretty much for another data that we can use for the forecast.
Okay.
Secondly, to set up the what's called the benchmark,
Okay.
so we can try to achieve it.
Okay. Very good. All right. Gunny, what do you think should be the objective of a forecast?
it should be giving our. I little bit confused about the forecast as well.
Okay,
So,
no worries. Reducing error, right? That's the goal of a forecast. So you need to be able to take a forecast and then look and compare it with what actually happened and then reduce the error. And that is generally how we get better forecasts. If your forecasts are always very far away from reality, then you probably have shitty forecasts. But if your forecasts are getting more and more close to reality for longer and longer periods of time, then that means you have a very robust forecast. Your forecast is quite accurate. So what we need to do is we know that that's an innovative process, right, Josh? So essentially, we know that we're going to probably have to release many different versions of forecasts using many different models, different techniques, and these models are going to successfully reduce the error. Okay? Yes, Tagani.
But I think on the forecast on the Bukit Vista is the latest version, right? I mean the most perfect, right? The Bukit Vista.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so let's take a look at what Gunny's talking about here. We have a change in BV forecast now, Gunny. So before there were, sorry, I should have moved over it's on the KPI panel. Before there was actually a much more accurate forecast. I'm not sure what's going on now, but now the forecasts are looking all weird. The reason I think they're all weird is because of this. Our current forecast for October is how much money are we forecasting, Josh?
304.
Right. But today we are already at 302, I think. So we're most likely going to over exceed that forecast as a company.
306.
A what? 306 already, yeah? 304.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so this forecast makes no sense for me because we still have plenty of time left over in October and we're already past the forecast. So this forecasting tool that Tableau is using is different from the old tool on the old BV stats, and I don't believe it as much as I believe the old BV stats, to be frank. So in emphasis, no, we don't have automatic forecasting yet, right? It would be nice to have that, but currently we're still kind of hobbled on forecasting. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to create a roadmap. So a roadmap tells us what we would like to see in the future, but it tells us where we are today too as well. And then the middle is our milestones and how we're going to get there. So this roadmap has begun with the first initial point here that Nunli has asked me to do. And she's asked me to make 2 forecasts on 2 different villas. And today she's asked me to make another forecast on another villa. I've put the future end destination here for what I think is a perfect forecast, right? So a perfect forecast should have a learning model. So a learning model means that automatically the forecast will learn how to get better and better. So that means that we don't have to keep on learning for it. The model will learn on itself. And this can be done. This is what artificial intelligence and machine learning mean, that we should have a model that learns itself. And so what it's going to do, it's going to reduce the error function. It's going to look at the forecast. It's going to then look at the reality. And then it's going to always change in order so that the error between the forecast and the reality is reduced. And that's what we mean by reducing the error function. And then there is going to be big signal, small signal. So big signal are major events that affect pricing, like seasonality, like festivals, events like that, and also the desirability of the location. Small signals are things that will happen from time to time, like new competitors coming in, or I don't know, like maybe a new attraction showing up in the area. So these will also affect prices, but they are less whatever. So, anyways, in the end, I think it's probably going to be a machine learning model using. Oh yes, oh good, okay, all right, Dominic, thank you for participating today. So, anyways, I just want to show you guys this roadmap and show you that this is where we're going to. And currently, we're using. I believe Bayou and Squad 2 is using a different forecasting model than what I'm using on Squad 1. Currently, what I'm using is a seasonality forecast based on area. So what I'll do is, and this is for next time, we'll talk about this more, but what I'll do is I'll create a seasonality plot, which will show essentially what the revenue month to month looks like. So we basically plot out in total, in aggregate, of the entire region's revenue. And from that, then I determine what a ratio against the lowest revenue is. So the lowest month was 6.9, and 8.3 is a ratio 1.2 times greater than that. So this gives me essentially a ratio of every month in comparison to the lowest month, right? So after we do that, then we plug in different comparison properties. We look at mirror properties, and then we try to determine what are intersections and what are differences. And what we try to do is then we try to find, okay, what properties in the mirror properties have the greatest intersections? What properties are indeed the most similar to the property that we're comparing with. And then once we have that, we can estimate an occupancy based on the occupancy of the region, right? And then we can base on that occupancy multiplied by the rate, a certain monthly rate, and then based on that, we can actually estimate a yearly projection. So this is a very elementary and basic model that we have come up with, and yeah, we'll think that this might work. Yeah. Anyhow, more on that discussion later on how to get revenue models. But thank you everybody for participating on revenue management today, and I'll see you all on Monday next week. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.